Good morning. Welcome to yoga practice. We'll start sitting down. So find a comfortable seat for you. You can sit on a chair. You can sit on the floor. If you have a block, you may want to sit on that. And just find a place where you can feel your sitting bones grounding down. And from there, lengthen the spine. Reach the crown of the head up. Place the hands again where it is comfortable for you, where you can relax the shoulders. Maybe close your eyes or keep them softly open. Draw your attention inward. And we'll start by engaging the locks, engaging the bandhas, so pelvic floor muscles, core muscles. And then slightly tucking off the chin to the chest to elongate the back of the neck. Put aside your busy morning. Put aside your to-do list. Maybe some fears, some worries. You can come to this practice with a clean and clear mind. We do live in different times where we may be engaged with things that we did not anticipated, like setting the kids in front of the computers to study, maybe worrying about older parents that we cannot see, maybe other things, the work way is changed, the way we go shopping. Can you just, for the next 45 minutes or so, put all of this aside, all this chaos, and be with your body, be with your breath, here on the mat. Start to notice how you breathe. How deep and long are your inhalations? Can you follow the breath as it circles through their body? And then check your exhalations, how deep and long they are. Can you follow the breath as it leaves the body? Mix with the air around you. Try to bring balance to your inhalations and exhalations. Maybe you're able to keep them the same length, the same depth. You know it's there and it's something you can revisit during the practice when you get distracted. When the mind takes over, pulling you away from your mat. Bring your palms together in front of the heart center. And set an intention to the practice ahead of you. Maybe to the day ahead of you. Maybe you would like to dedicate this practice to someone or something. Maybe to say a quiet prayer. Maybe just to hold that moment of stillness, of silence. And whatever it is this morning, breathe it in and breathe it out. And then release your prayer and open the eyes if they close. And take a moment here just to roll the shoulders a couple of times, forward and back. Noticing if that's the area in the body where you storing your tension. We'll release from here onto the spine. So make your way there. Lengthening the spine on the floor. So if you have a tendency to shorten the neck, just pull the chin slightly into the chest. Bring the feet about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider. We'll move the spine here in gentle bridges. So on the inhalation, lift your hips, lower back, middle back, maybe all the way to the upper back. And then on the exhalation, slowly release down. Try to articulate the spine to separate the vertebrae. And you will noticing right away that there are parts of the spine that are easy to move. There are parts that are more fused together, part that has less mobility. Again, it doesn't really matter how high or low you're lifting here. Just move on your breath. Let it guide the body. And one more time, lift the hips. And maybe pause here for a moment. Press the feet a little bit more firmly into the ground. Wake up your glute muscles, your hamstrings. And then release it gently down. And from here, toe heel the feet out, so they are about mat width apart. Knock the knees toward each other. And then release the knees side to side. So we're still moving the spine here, but we're adding some movement in the hips. Going side to side, massaging the lower back. Just adding another angle to the spinal movement. trying to make it just a little bit more mobile. One more to each side. And then release back to center. Bring both knees to the chest. Bring them a little bit wider than the hip width, so maybe more towards the shoulders. We'll take a happy baby. So turn the sole of the feet up towards the ceiling. If you can reach the foot from the outside, or maybe wrap your peace fingers around the big toes. Otherwise, just maybe place the hand gently on your thighs. Continue to pull the lower back down towards the floor. So no lifting there. And you will have to engage your pelvic floor muscles here, just to stay in the pose. Take one more breath in, and one more breath out. And then pull the knees together, hug them now towards the chest, and add a little bit of movement here, circling the knees. 3 or 4 circles to one direction, and then 3 or 4 circles to the other directions. And we'll move from here, so place the left foot back on the floor, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, flex the right foot, so turn the toes towards the knee. Make sure both sides of the body are equally pressing to the ground. And then bring your left foot off the floor into supine pigeon or figure 4 position. You can add a gentle pressure here on the right thigh, moving the knee away from the shoulder. And maybe with the left hand, pull the left thigh towards the shoulder. Again, be very gentle here. Continue to turn the toes towards the knees. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Release the left foot to the floor, extend it, bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee and take the knee over to the left side for spinal twist. And again, it doesn't matter if your right shoulder is touching the floor or not. If this is too much for your shoulder, bring the palm on the right hip, maybe to the lower back. Take a breath in, take a breath out, inhale, and exhale. Make your way back to the center. Place the left foot back on the floor, extend the right leg up toward the ceiling. Again, if you're able to straighten the leg, straighten it, otherwise keep the knee bent a little bit. And then release the heel down. So the more the heel is descending towards the floor, the more you can straighten the leg. So try this. Once the heel released all the way down, extend the left leg next to the right and just hold here and notice the difference between one side and the other. Right leg should feel a little bit longer, maybe a little bit lighter. Okay, and we'll take it to the other side. So place the right foot on the floor, cross the left ankle over it. Again, we start in a neutral spine, neutral hips. And then find that supine pigeon pose. Again, maybe press the the left thigh gently away. Try not to put pressure on the knee itself. It's a tender joint. And then maybe pull the right thigh towards you. And feel if you have a tendency here to roll more to the left. Shift some more weight to the right. So again, even here with the feet off the ground, you want to stay centered. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale and exhale. Release the right foot on the floor, extend it, and then take your left knee and cross over into the spinal twist. Notice the difference between one side and the other, where you have more mobility, more openness. Where things are a little bit more tighter. Hold here for another breath in and one more breath out. And then return to the center. Place the right foot on the ground again. Extend the left leg up towards the ceiling and just pause here for a moment. And then slowly release. Reaching forward. And just feel the moment that the heel connects with the floor. And then reach the right leg long. Hold here to breathe in and to breathe out. Then pull both knees back into the chest. Give them a hug. Extend the right hand over the head and roll to the right side. Make your way to all four. And from here, bring the big toes together again. Separate the knees, mat width apart. So opposite what we did on the back, where the knees were together and the feet apart. Here, the toes coming closer together and the knees separated. Lower your hips towards your heels. And then walk your hands closer to the knees. Have them again about knees width apart. In your next breath in, lift your head, lift your heart. On the exhalation, push the floor away and round the spine. Inhale, lift, heart, head, tail. Exhale, push the floor away from you, round the spine. And if you have, if that doesn't feel right on your knees, you can move the hands forward a little bit, but try to maintain that wider hold here. We'll do it a couple more times, so this cat and cow-like movement while sitting on the heels. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, find neutral spine, and then find your child's pose. So walk the hands forward, release the forehead down. Gently rub your forehead against the floor. And then drop the elbows down on the ground. Bring the palms together, so the prayer hands again. Bring your thumbs behind your head and walk the elbows forward to lengthening the space in your upper arms, in your armpits. Without moving the elbows, pull them towards the knees. And notice how that helps to lengthen the spine. Take one more breath in here and one more breath out. And then release the hands to the floor. And on your next inhalation, find tabletop. So place the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Press the top of the feet down. We'll move through another set of cat and cows here. Our third one for this practice. So notice the difference of the articulation of the spine as you are in different poses. Inhale, lift the head, the heart, the tail. Exhale, tuck the chin and round. And one more time, inhale. And exhale, round. Push the floor away from you. Inhale, neutral spine. Extend the right leg long behind you. Tuck the toes under. And move slightly forward and back. If your wrists are bothering you, you can come into your forearms. And then hold with the legs straight. Lift the right leg up to hip height. And draw the shoulders back. Engage the core here. Take a breath in. Exhale, cross the right leg over to the left. Turn the gaze over. Open the side body for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, center the front of the body. Exhale, center the back of the body. Bend the right knee. Place the knee under the hip. Realign, recenter. And then reach the left leg behind you. Again, the gentle movement forward and back. Nice and easy. Keep the head in alignment with the rest of the spine. We do have a tendency to drop the head. Average head weighs between 8 and 10 pounds, and it's a heavy load to carry on the spine, so most of us tend to just drop it when we can. Use your neck muscles to hold it up. And then settle with the shoulders directly over the wrist. Fire the glutes to lift the left leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, cross the left leg over to the right. And again, shorten the distance between the right shoulder and the right hip to open to the left side body. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale and exhale. Recenter the head, the chest. Recenter the hips. Release down. And now come back into the child's pose. Bring the hands under the forehead. Just let go here. Notice your inhalations. Notice your exhalations. Maybe you can feel your ribcage expand as the breath moving in and contracts as the breath moving out. On your next breath in, lift yourself up. Then find tabletop first. And then walk the hands 1 or 2 handprints forward. Tuck the toes under. And lift the hips up, down and facing down. So bring some movement to the body here. Pedal bicycles the legs. Maybe drop the heels side to side. And coming to a halt, coming to stillness, check your hands, make sure they are about shoulder width apart. Check your feet. You shouldn't see your heels behind the front of the foot. Bend the knees as much as you need to maintain that long extended spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Your next breath in, lift the heels high. Come forward into high plank, high push-up. You can always release the knees down if this is too much for you. Take a breath in. Inhale. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale forward, lift the heels. And this exhalation, just drop the knees down and release yourself all the way down to the floor. Place your elbows under the shoulders, Sphinx pose. Press the palms down. And breathe to the front of the body, drawing the shoulders back. You're still engaging here through the pelvic floor muscles, through the core muscles. Legs are active, press the top of the feet down. Maybe you are able to lift the kneecaps off the floor. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. Inhale and exhale. We'll work the shoulders here a little bit. So bring the elbows on the floor. They should be pretty close to each other. And then hands to the shoulders, if you're able. You can drop your forehead to that small nest you just created here. If you have more mobility in the shoulders and you want to take it deeper, slide the hand underneath and then try to get to the shoulder blades and drop the chin or the forehead again into that space. Using your fingers to separate the shoulder blades. Breathe in and out. And then release this side and take it to the other one. So again, just pre-cross using the other elbow in front. Again, if you want to take it deeper, slide the other hand underneath. Reach again. Relax the shoulders. So, and shoulders and hips are the places where we tend to store stress in. Loading them with whatever on our hearts. Take one more breath in and one more breath out, and then release the pose. Interlace the hands behind your back. Just do the opposite action here. Now opening the shoulders, the front of the shoulder, pulling the blades closer towards each other. And if you want to extend the spine here, just lift your head and heart. Keep the legs very active here to give support to the lower back. Take a breath in and take a breath out. And release. Press yourself up back into tabletop position. And shift some weight forward and back. Just to release the back. We'll change from here to seated position. So release yourself to your sit. Bring the legs again slightly wider apart. Maybe mat width apart, maybe a little bit wider. Bring the hands behind you. And similar to what we did on the back, just drop the knees side to side, nice and easy. Even it out. Come back to the center. Extend the right leg forward. Bring the sole of the left foot towards the right thigh. Turn the chest towards the right leg. Again, active right foot. Curl the toes towards the knee. Reach the hands overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. If you need to bend the knee, bend the knee. Again. Want to reach the forehead towards the knee. Make sure there's no pulling on the lower back here. So if you need to ease up a little bit, ease up. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Inhale and exhale. Next inhalation, rise up. Bring the left hand to the outside of the left hip. Bend the right knee, place a foot on the floor, and we'll take a counter pose here. So half wild things or just arching the back. So again, you can stay here, reaching the right hand up, maybe turning the heart up a little bit. But if you're able, lift the hips off the ground and reach up. Open the front of the body for 3, 2, and 1. A slow, mindful release. And we'll change. So extend the left leg. Bring the sole of the right foot towards the left side. Turn the chest towards the left leg. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Let the head be heavy, shoulders heavy. Maintain your breath rhythm in and out. And your next inhalation, rise up. Release the hands, bring the right hand just behind the right hip. Bend the left knee, place a foot on the floor. Extend the left hand up to the ceiling. And again, you can stay here. If you're able, lift the hips up. For 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath in, exhale, release the pose. Extend both legs forward. Find the sitting bones underneath you. Reach up on the inhalation and on the exhalation, fold forward. One more breath in and one more breath out. Walk the hands back towards the body. Bring the legs together. Bring the hands behind the back. Again, we'll take just a counter pose here. So you can keep the legs straight, point the toes. If you want to, you can bend the knees, place the feet on the floor. That's modify the pose a little bit. And then with the hands behind you, lift the hips up. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Take a breath in. Exhale. A slow, mindful release to the ground. Bring the hands to the back of the leg. Tuck the chin to the chest. And slowly make your way down to the ground. Extend the legs. Prepare for Shavasana, for that final resting pose. So give yourself time to get into it. Reach the legs long, Maybe cover yourself with a blanket if you have it handy. Maybe support the back of the head with a pillow. Wiggle it out a little bit. And then find stillness. Allow the limbs to get heavier. To get loosened. Any muscle engagement that you held during the more active part of the practice, let it go. Completely surrender to gravity. And notice if your mind started to get active again as the body comes into a hold, come into stillness. And can you hold on just a little bit longer to the peacefulness that the practice brings? That's the clarity that the practice brings. Place the attention back on the sensations in the physical body, on your breath. Stay present on your mat. Because the mind tries to pull you away from the present moment. It will take you, to an event that happened in your past. It will draw you to predict things that may happen later, today, or tomorrow, or in the next months. But the body can be just in one place at a time, in that very place where it's now. So call your mind back, bring it back to the place that your body is, to the place that your breath is. And if you're not sure, bring one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly so you can feel the presence of the physical body and the presence of the breath. Invite a deeper breath in and a deeper breath out. And bring back movement to the body by wiggling the toes, maybe wiggling the fingers, turning the head side to side. And then bend the knees, your choice to pull them toward the chest or place the feet on the ground. And can just hold there for a moment in stillness, feeling the change, feeling the shift. From Shavasana, from corpse pose, back into life, back into movement. And then extend the right hand over your head and roll onto the right side body to that fetal position. That's symbolizing rebirth, recreation. And symbolically, at the end of every yoga practice, we die to the old person and we're born new, fresh. So take that gift with you as you are making your way into your comfortable seat. Where we started the practice. So notice maybe some change. Maybe you can sit taller with a little bit more ease. Some of the tension in the hips, in the shoulder, hopefully faded away. And then bring the palms together in front of the heart. Humbly bow your chin to your prayer. Get in touch one more time with your intention, with your dedication. And then replace it on the heart and seal it with your breath. Bring your prayer to your forehead center for good thoughts, to your lips for kind words, and back to the heart as a reminder to do good deeds. We'll close this practice as we bow forward and we say to each other, Namaste. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the day. From my window here, it looks beautiful. So maybe go out, go for a walk, breathe some fresh air. It will do good. Thank you.